Hi, I'm Titan Capri with Titan in the Morning. Titan in the Morning is a morning wake up to get your day started. We grab our cups, we put a topic in the cup, and we take a sip of what's in that cup. It's a whole lot of peace, love, real topics, and truths. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursdays. So grab your cup and remember it's a sip and not a slurp. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Hold on, y'all. I was in the middle of trying to do something over here, and I tried to make sure I got it correct. Hold on. I got to pin it. All right. Look. I need to know how to, you know what? Don't worry about it. Good morning. Yes, hold on. That's it. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know what it is. Today is Thursday, and it is Titan in the Morning. So grab your cups, right? Grab your cups. Tell a friend. TikTok, tap the middle of that screen. Let me know that you are in. YouTube, Facebook, X, Insta, Podbean, all of y'all. Come on in and tell me what's really going on. Was that first sip? Okay, yeah. Wait, hold up. Look. You calling me to the carpet, okay? All right, Steve. Look. I'm gonna tell you like this. Hold on. Now that's a sip, okay? Now that's that first sip, okay? Y'all come on in this morning. Y'all know what we doing. I want you to grab your cups, and I want you to tell me where you're from and what's in your cup. Tell me where you're from and what's in your cup. Come on and come talk to me. I think I got a little too much light going on somewhere right around here. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm good. Do I look? Okay. Look, I'm just trying to make sure that I look. Right. Rome, GA, and mushroom coffee. All right. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Mushroom coffee. You make sure you sipping like that, Steve. Make sure you sipping just like that. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, good morning. Now, y'all know what we do. OG Kim said, Kim, Philadelphia, and ginger tea. Come on, ginger tea. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, good morning. Paz Impact says, Houston, Texas, and regular black coffee. Ain't nothing wrong with a good old regular black cup of joe. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, Steve talking about always. Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Let me go back up here. All right, so I pinned the comment there. I put into the comments that my pop-up shop is there. So indeed, y'all going over to the pop-up shop and get y'all a nice old Titan in the Morning mug. Now I'm gonna say this to you all because a few of you have sent me pictures of you having your Titan in the Morning mug, and I just want to ask, right? Will it be okay, at some point that I show you with your mug? I want to do a collage of everybody who's coming in and buying the mugs and doing the mugs. So the tumblers, the t-shirts, whatever it is that you're getting from me, I would love for you to send me a picture if you're okay with that, right? You don't have to, but if you're okay with it, I would love it. All right. And as you send them to me, just let me know whether or not you're good with me showing them in a collage, okay? Hey, cousin, she said, good morning, handsome. I am from the Bay. I'm sipping on orange juice because I have COVID. It's a damn conspiracy. Love you. You know what? At that point. But I hope you feel better. Look, COVID has been sweeping around and going around. It's back around again. A lot of people have been getting it. So take care, cousin, and just make sure. Okay, good morning. Hey, Julia, good morning. All right, y'all, what's in your cup and where you from? What's in your cup and where you from? We done got a couple of people in saying where they from and what's in their cup. What's in your cup and where you from? Okay. Salty Monster Meme says, who is better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Look, we're not even going to compare the two. Look, I'm not. Now, you may ask somebody else, but I'm not going to compare the two because they both are legends in their own right. They both do what they need to do, and they both were doing what they needed to do in their time. Yeah, that's going to be my PC answer. I'm going to stay out of that because they both are great. They both are great. As of now, they both are legends. Indeed, right? Oh, come on, Salty Monster. We can't even do that. Y'all, Salty Monster sit up here and said, what about Michael Jackson and Chris Brown? Look, nothing against Chris Brown, but Chris Brown will tell you himself. He said in interviews, you don't compare him to the great. You do not. He emulates the great, right? But he will never be what Michael Jackson is or was or is, because Michael Jackson still holds records till this day. But Chris Brown will tell you himself. I saw on an interview, he said that I do not compare myself like that. And of course, Wild Royale, yes, Michael Jackson all the way. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, right? But I have to give props what props will do. Chris Brown is good, right? He can dance like no other. He has the move. He has that musicality. He has all of that. So I give him his props. But what we do, we always take our legends, our ancestors, our greats, and we compare them against those that are here now, right, and doing the do. I know that there's a blueprint. I know that there's we emulate and we follow them, but they are not the same as others. Now they may reach, right, the accolades and all of these things like that, and how many you have, right? But you have to think about it. Nowadays, we have social media. Nowadays, we have all of this stuff going on. Back then, we had none of that, and they were still killing the game. So I don't compare them to that. They were the best in their time, and then we have our new legends, right, and our icons of this time. So it's just what it is, right? We're all going to be grouped together. They're all our ancestors, and I'm not going to put any of my artists against one another. They all are here to serve a purpose, and that's what they're here for. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. Hey, Marco. Marco says, my Pittsburgh cup water, lemon and ginger, my coffee, and God's love juice. Come on. Come on. You know what? I love all that God's love juice. You know what I'm saying? And we can't compare the old to the new. We can't. And I think sometimes we have to stop doing that because we don't want to always pit someone against another. They are great. They are good, right? Those that came before us set the standards, and we will come to the standards and we will go beyond the standard of what they set back then. But you have to think about that time, right? That time, that space, things were totally different. Now you can become a global sensation in just an hour. You know what I mean? Or just a post. Or you can go viral in just a post. Back then, those artists, right? And we talk about them all. The Supremes, Michael Jackson. We talk about even Janet Jackson. We talk about Gladys Knight, and we talk about Patti LaBelle, and all of these greats that are Prince, right? We talk about all these greats. And what you know is back then, they could not play, being black, right? They could not play certain places. The radio would not play them. You understand what I'm saying? So in order for you to understand how great they were back then, they broke barriers and they did all of these things, right? And so now we're here, and then we're going to compare them to the people that we have now, and that's not fair. That's not fair. Yes, they're going to surpass and get all these accolades. Yes, they're going to do this and they're going to do that because they're supposed to. It's their time, right? But Michael Jackson, Prince, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, I'm trying to think who else was back there. Luther Vandross, all of these people that are our greats, right? They had their own time, and they were bad. And just like everybody's talking about, what's her name? Man, I can't even remember. I just lost it. But They were all talking about her being on social media and talking all like Dionne Warwick, right? And everybody wanted to say, well, Dionne Warwick, you know, she dried up, she can't sing, she can't this, but she is a pioneer, right? She set the standard. That woman can sing. Whether or not she can sing now the way she used to sing, that's not the point. The point is she set the standard. Everybody who was anybody was trying to sing like her. When I tell you she was holding notes, she was going high, she was going low, she was letting you know that she was it. She was the ish. But today you say to us that she's washed up, she can't, but she is legacy. You understand what I'm saying? So Michael is legacy. And I'm not going to compare Michael to anybody else. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of that. Right? Okay, let's see here. Michael Jackson all the way, of course. Everyone is talented in their own right. Artists talk about how all kinds of artists influence them. That's right, Steve. And that's what I'm saying. Hey, Jessica, she said, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Lovely Red. I think Usher is good. I think Usher is good as well. But Usher also said that he cannot, people kept comparing him to Michael, right? And he kept saying that man is legend. Like I cannot play with him on that. So you know what I'm saying? So if the artist is telling you that, then you got to understand what that is. But yes, I think Usher is good. I love Usher, right? Yes, most definitely Chris Brown is good. We're not going to take that away from him. Exactly, Wild Royale. We're not going to take it away from him, but we have to stop putting people against one another, right? No. Michael came before him, and Michael will always be Michael because Michael came before him in that time. You feel me? Wild Royale said, I'm from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Hey, Hattiesburg, drinking on Coke. All right, come on, Coke. All right. Steve said, what song always gets stuck in your head? From Michael? Okay, let me know, Steve. If you're talking about Michael, let me know. All right. Okay, let's see here. Okay, hey, Classroom Management Diva, good morning. And then she said, this is true. Hey, Leon, good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. Good morning. Hey, Willie, hey, 3, good morning. Okay. And Y says, amen. I'm just saying, yeah. Okay, so which Michael song? All right, so I have a couple, but two, and I got to give you 2, Steve. 2 that stick out in my head, right? Is Stranger in Moscow, right? Now, I don't know if y'all know the song, but Stranger in Moscow is ridiculous. And the video that went along with it is ridiculous. Now, if you all are a Michael fan and creativity is something that you look at or depend on, or you that's what gets you flowing, check out Stranger in Moscow. Ridiculous, right? And then, of course, I have to choose between the 2, right? But I'm going to go with Thriller today, right? Because now I have a slew of them, right? But Thriller, if you think about how Thriller was, or either, see, and I'm torn because I'm torn between Thriller and Smooth Criminal, right? I'm thinking about the musicality of it. I'm thinking about the video. I'm thinking about the listening to the back, listening to the ad libs, listening to how Michael is just weaving through that. Like, I don't know if you really ever heard it, right? Take a look or listen at Michael Jackson doing it a cappella or doing it without all of the music in the front, right? You can really hear him. It is so technical. It is so on point. It is so like crazy. And so those 3, right? But Stranger in Moscow gets me every time. That video is legit. Like, he has some stuff. But yeah, that Smooth Criminal or either Thriller, right? So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know which one, because I know that everybody talks about Thriller. Thriller was groundbreaking. Thriller was it. Thriller was that. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but Smooth Criminal was also something in itself. Like, you know, you just can't deny that. But a true Michael fan, which I am, I will go even further back. I will go back, right, to the Jacksons. Like, you can hear Michael killing it in that. So anyways, all right, y'all. All right, so we did that. I see y'all. Hey, Leon. Leon says Houston, Texas, and got my cup of coffee. Okay, that part right there. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead on and get into it because, baby, I've been talking this morning. Y'all got me with the questions this morning. I'm happy. Oh, hold on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, indeed. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is a cup of PB and chocolate, right? PB and chocolate. Yes, indeed. Because it's a sip and not a slurp. All right, y'all. Let's do it this morning. Let's get it. Okay, Marco said, Off the Wall album, Thriller, Billie Jean, Not My Lover. Come on. Come on. All of that. All of that. What I want y'all to do, right? I said we were going to be done with this, but we're going to come back to it, right? What I want y'all to do is to listen to these albums today. This was 30 years ago, something like that. Probably more than that. I think he was in 81. So listen to the album today. If you heard any great singer from back in the day, you heard anybody today give props to a singer that was back in the day, and not a singer, a singer, because the mic had to be on. There was no backing track back then. The mic had to be on. So if you hear anybody say, I give props to, or this is this, or that's Mama Patty, or that's Auntie Gladys, or that's Michael Jackson, or that's Janet Jackson, listen to the albums. They were doing this at a time, right, where we don't have all of what we have today. And the music still bumps today. It still hits today. Like they just put it out. So you gotta like check it out. Those albums that he just mentioned, right? Off the Wall, Billie Jean, Thriller, come on. Right? Bad in itself was a mini movie. You feel me? Who doing mini movies nowadays? Bad in itself was a mini movie. Come on. Hey, lady. Hey, she said hi. Good morning. Okay, come on, Leon ABC. Come on. Y'all got to understand that Michael was 5 years old belting out songs. And a lot of music that you all hear, samples, come from the Jacksons. Y'all gotta check it out. Check it out. Okay, wait, Steve, you said you had to go back for the second sip. Okay, I had to go back. Let me tell you. Hey, good morning. Hey, Tanner, good morning. So, Tanner, I have something for you. I told you about that before. Let me know. Text me when is a good time to meet with you, or I can come to you and drop off what I got for you. So just let me know, okay? Because I put it in the car, right? And I was like, I'm gonna see her again. I don't know when I'm gonna see her, but I want to be prepared when I do see her. So just let me know, okay, Tanner? And I know I just did that all on this live, but you got me, Tanner. You got me. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead on and let's get it, right? We didn't have the conversation. So today, my topic is advocacy or sacrifice. Advocacy or sacrifice. All right, y'all. Let's take it. Let's sprinkle it in the cup, right? Let's sprinkle it in the cup and let's go on and take a sip, okay? Ooh. I got to take one more. Hold on. Ooh. Maybe just want to sing. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of move I in just to get up that hill. Started out. Okay, I'm sorry. Woo. Okay, Marco said, if you did not have a red jacket with the glove and penny loafers, okay, and don't forget the penny. Don't forget the penny. He said, but don't forget the Jerry curl. You wasn't a fan. And that part. Michael set it off, right? Set it off. That's the part, okay? Okay, Classroom Management Diva said, "Ooh, child, I'm ready for this one." Yes, indeed. We're going to talk about it, all right? We're going to talk about it. So y'all go ahead on and get your sips in. Okay, I see y'all TikTok tap in the middle of that screen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, come on in. Come on in. All right, I'm going to take these glasses off because I feel like I got a little glare on, right? So this morning we're talking about advocacy or sacrifice. So yesterday, I had a conversation with a client of mine, right? And so I'm doing some moving and changing in my life right now. And me and my client were sitting down having lunch, right? And I was telling my client that, things are good. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. Okay, Tana. Okay, Tana giving a heart over there to Marco. Yes, indeed. Hey, Aunt Sandy. She said, you are my lunch and learn for this week. The 3 Ps, pain, prayer, and purpose. All right, come on. Come on, Aunt Sandy. Okay, good morning. I love it. I love it. I'm going to have to tune in. Make sure I'm in for that. Come on, lunch and learn. Oh, my Aunt Sandy. I love you. I love you. So we're having lunch and we're talking about like what's going on. And so my client told me, well, Titan, I want to thank you for what you did for me, right? Because you made sure that I was good. And a lot of times you made sure that I was good, even when I didn't want to make sure that I was good, right? And so I told my client, I said, well, that's what I do, right? It's my purpose. It's my purpose, right? I didn't know that I was going to be an advocate, right, in this manner. But as God would have it, as the universe would place me, right, as my spirit would be intact, right, and being obedient to it, I am an advocate, right? But I'm not just an ordinary advocate, right? I'm not. I'm one of those advocates that I'm going to go here, go there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to be real. We're going to understand, but we're going to get you to where you need to be, right? And I'm in it, right? But here comes the part of being an advocate, right? And you don't have to be an advocate just for someone else, but being an advocate for yourself, right? And so in this, my purpose, I believe, is being me, right? I believe I've always been an advocate. I believe that you can't say that Titan is who Titan is without being an advocate, because I've always advocated for something, myself, others, spaces and places and people and things. I've always advocated, right? But it comes at a cost. And so my client said to me, right, what is something that you have sacrificed? And that sat in my spirit. I said, well, ooh, the list is long. You know what I mean? Like the list is long. Like I've sacrificed a lot to be this advocate. I've sacrificed a lot to stand 10 toes down in what I believe in and who I am. I've sacrificed so much, right? In order for me to be who I am and do what I think God put me on this earth to do. But my grandmother used to say, anything worth having, right, is worth working for. You cannot have this and you don't work for it. So I felt that it was the work that I was doing for this. But hold on, y'all. Hold on. I had a client be a little bit what I call obnoxious. Hey, good morning. Good morning, radio. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry. I tried to come back over it and get to you, right? There is a time when you don't understand why you're advocating. And so this morning, I'm going to be totally transparent with you all, because my client, I don't want to say tried me, but tried me, right? And my client was saying that this is what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to do it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there should be no questions. I shouldn't have to come behind you. Now, this is my client saying this to me. I shouldn't have to come behind you and check you and what you're doing. And in that moment, right? In that moment, my third ward CUNY home started to bubble up. You feel what I'm saying? Now, y'all, I may look like the mild man of Clark Kent, but we grew up in the hood. We grew up in the projects, and you don't. But this is where I say that advocacy and sacrifice. I'm standing here knowing that 10 toes down, I did everything I could for you and made sure that you were good. I sacrificed time and energy. I sacrifice sleep. I sacrifice because I'm answering your calls when you are calling because you're talking about you don't want to be here anymore. I have been there for you. And on this day, right? And in this time, you tell me that I did nothing. I'm not telling you all the whole conversation, but I'm gonna take this and I'm not working it for my angle. That's not what this is. Y'all know I can't tell you anything that I haven't experienced myself. So I just stand there and actually I was sitting down, right? I'm sitting down and I'm just listening to my client go in. Now, y'all, if this would have been 10 years ago, this would have been a totally different story. And y'all probably wouldn't have seen me on Titan in the Morning this morning. This would have been totally different. But I want to thank God for favor. I want to thank God for favor. I want to thank my spirit for allowing me to be obedient to the spirit and not doing what I felt that I should have done, right? Because I felt like they were attacking me in that aspect. Now, let's move that to the side. I'm an advocate. I understand what it is to be ridiculed. I understand what it is for somebody to treat you a certain way because of your status. I'm an advocate. I understand how it is that you want to love somebody, but they don't want to love you because they think that you're tainted or demonic. I am an advocate. I understand that I'm standing in a church where people don't believe that I'm of God because I'm the way that I am. And then I don't even know that I'm this way. You are telling me that I'm this way. I'm an advocate. I have stood in the gap when your parents have put you out your house. I'm an advocate. I have made sure that you were good. You had your medication. You had a way to your doctor's appointment. I am an advocate. I made sure that you are good. That's my job. That's what I do. But y'all, that's not just my job. That's my purpose. And I believe that. But I do not believe that I am an advocate, right? And for you to stand here and to tell me all of what you're telling me in such a manner that it's vindictive and it's nasty, and you don't know the sacrifice. You don't know what I have done in order to get you to where you are. And so I'm standing here and I'm saying in my mind, do I flip the table? Right? Do I pray? Do I meditate? Because in all honesty, in that moment, that's what I'm doing. Advocacy, sacrifice. You don't know what I've sacrificed, but you're looking at your perception of what I'm doing. And here's the kicker, right? Here's the kicker. Here's the thing. What you upset about, what you sitting up here going off about has nothing to do with me. Not even part of my job description. Nothing to do with me. But I opted to hear you out on this to see what I can do. You feel what I'm saying? I opted to see that so that I can help you. All right. And the story goes, they going on for about 10 minutes or so. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself saying, what you doing? What you doing? Don't you move. This is my spirit telling me. Titan, calm down. Calm down. Let them finish because obviously there's something going on. Obviously something is happening, right? In this person's life. And they feel the only way that they can get this out into the universe, right, is to get it out in this manner. This is what I believe, right? I don't hold a grudge against anybody. I understand it, right? I understand it. Okay. And so I sat there to listen. And in my advocacy mind, right, in my spiritual mind, I'm saying, what's going on? Because there's a battle raging. right? So I just sit there quietly and I watch them. And I watch them. And I watch them. And I can see the hurt and the pain all over them. And I figure that they need to get this off their chest. Y'all see how I'm talking now? Because in that moment, I went all the way back to Third Ward. But I had to understand, right? Now, this is me. This is who I am. This is how God made me, right? I don't believe that anything changed in that. I just believe that I got to my purpose. That's what I believe. And my purpose is being me. But I have to understand that me being diagnosed the way that I was diagnosed, the things that happened to me on this journey, these things that have happened in my life, the trauma that I've experienced, it's not just simple like that, right? And that's why I'm an advocate the way that I am. That's why I go hard in the paint with advocacy, because I understand where you're at. Been there, done that, bought that t-shirt, rode that ride. You feel me? Hey, Classroom Management Diva. She said, I wish that my son would have taken advantage of the resources that God had placed in your hands to grip others before he passed away. Indeed. And peace and blessings to you, cousin, and the family about your son. Yes, I really, really wish that me and him could have connected and had that. But blessings to you, blessings on him, and peace and blessings to his essence, his memory, and to the things that he brought to this world. Okay, Jatan. Hey, Jatan. She said, so blessed to have met you, Aunt Sandy. Much love for you. Okay, come on through. Come on through. Good morning. Okay, lady said, what's the topic again? Michael, or advocacy or sacrifice? Baby, look, lady. It's everything that you want it to be, right? It's everything you want it to be. But no, the topic is advocacy or sacrifice. Okay, so back to the story here. I want love and peace. That's what Y said. And Steve said, are you Christian? Right? Okay. Yes, Steve. Yes. Okay. And so a lot of times what we do is we believe that because you are who you are, or you stand where you stand, or you're in purpose, that you have to act a certain way, right? And so I'm not saying that I'm the big bad wolf and all that kind of stuff, but don't push me. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? But in the same instance, hey, Dylan, good morning. Hey, Mike. Hey, good morning. So, but in the same instance, you have to understand where these people are coming from and why they're coming at you the way that they're coming at you, right? And so in that moment, my spirit kept saying, be quiet and listen. But not just listen with your ears, listen with your spirit, right? In that moment, I got infuriated when they started off the way they started off with me, because I was like, you don't know what I've been through to get you to where you are right now. You don't know what I sacrificed in order to make sure that you are good, that you are even standing here right now, right? That's what I did. But in that moment, my spirit said, no, listen, but listen with your spirit. Look deep into what's going on. And y'all, I want to tell y'all something. They finished the conversation. They finished what they had to say. And then I said, okay, so are we good, right? And they said, yeah. I mean, you know, and I said, well, let's be clear, right? Number one, we're both grown individuals, right? We're both consenting adults. And so in this moment, I'm going to ask that you not approach me like that again. Now let's be clear. Let's be clear, right? Let's be clear. This work that I do is voluntary. Let's be clear, right? That, the customer is always right. The customer gets to act a fool and do all this kind of stuff. That's not how we do that. I'm talking to you all, but in my delivery, I'm being very PC, but I'm being very stern. I'm letting you know that this is what we're doing. Well, Mr. Titan, I'm sorry. I just, things are just not going. And I get that. And I get that. So we will not approach this in this manner ever again. Okay. Can we agree on that? Yes, Mr. Titan, we can agree on that. Not a problem. Now, secondly, what's really going on? Right? What's really happening right now? My life is falling apart, Mr. Titan. Okay. Now we can deal with that. Like, what's going on? Why is your life falling apart? What's happening, right? Because you were doing so good at this point. So what's going on? So we can take a step back, right? Take ourselves out of the equation right now in this environment where we're at. And I want you to stand over here with me and let's look at what the problem is. What happened here? What's going on, right? And that's how we're going to do that, right? And no, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Let's take it one step at a time, one moment at a time. Don't worry about what tomorrow is going to bring. Right now, in this moment, what's happening? And be real with me. What's happening? And the way that they looked at me was like, and then they just said, I'm so sorry. They started crying and things like that. And y'all, here's the thing. I was diagnosed in such a way that it was very traumatic for me. I had to fight, right, all the time. I remember being in high school, junior high, high school. I'm having to fight all the time because I was different, right? I had to make sure that my voice was being heard because people were just on a whim trying to silence me. You feel what I'm saying? At my church, at the church that my grandmother pretty much spent 50 years in, or how many of the years she spent in, at that church, they told me that I was demonic. I had to stop doing what I was doing, and I had no idea what I was doing. So trauma is real, right? Trauma comes in forms and in fashions to where sometimes you don't catch it until later on in life when you are activated, as Shadon would say, right? You are activated. And then you're standing here and you're saying, well, what do? I protect myself. That's what I do. I come out the bag. I'm going to come out the bag and I'm going to protect myself. And I don't care how many people I hurt in the process, but I got to protect me because they have been digging at me. They have been hurting me. They have been pushing and pulling on me, and I cannot take it anymore. That's what happened. That's what I believe. But I said, hold on. Right? There's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move. That's what I'm saying. My spirit was in such a place, in a space during that darkness that I couldn't see the light. I thought everybody was after me. Even though I got a little bit of the pie, I thought that everybody was looking down on me, talking about me, treating me some kind of way because my trauma was real. And when I stood up in front of people, I could not be heard. So this client on this day, I had to take a step back and I had to ask my ancestors, right? I had to ask them to come with me. You feel what I'm saying? My spirit to be strong and boisterous like it is. And I had to ask God to slightly, politely hold my back, right? Because in that moment when they first went off, I wanted to go off as well. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know how I show up every day. You don't know what the sacrifice that I make just to stand before you today. And then you're going to come at me like I'm cray. Like this what we doing? So when I say advocacy, look, I have to think about that I'm advocating for myself, right? So that I can advocate for you. But this individual on that day did not need the back and forth and the bumping and the bruising. They didn't need that, even though that's how they showed up. What they needed was somebody to say, I see you. I hear you. I understand you. Right? But they needed somebody to tell them before they did all that, don't come in here like this again. Don't step like this again. Don't do that because you don't know what's coming after you do that. We are two consenting adults, and you will approach me appropriately. That's it. And that's not a promise, and that's not a buck. That's not a, that's what we are. That's how we show up, right? That's what we do. Advocacy or sacrifice. When we are advocating for people, most of the time they don't know how much we have sacrificed. Hey, Ain't Sandy, she said, that's called maturity. Let me tell you, Ain't Sandy, oh, ooh, that maturity is a big bag. It's a big bag, right? You got to understand where I've come from. Ain't Sandy, I'm going to use you as an example real quick, right? Ain't Sandy's film that she's doing, in the film, there was a part where Ain't Sandy said that she sacrificed. Her family sacrificed, right? For this, for the work, right? For the work that God put before her, for the work that God chose her to do, for the work, right, that she does. She sacrificed. And most of the time, nobody knew that she was sacrificing, but she showed up every day. She made sure, she made a way. She always made sure that she was obedient to the journey, to the work that God put before her. You feel me? Now here it is, right? Here it is. She is here showing a film, and in the film it says, y'all don't know how much I sacrificed. Y'all don't know what bills I was not able to pay. You feel me? But she knew what the task was. She knew, right, that God didn't put it in her or put it before her or put it in the vicinity of her for her not to be able to do what she needed to do. She made a way. And all those people that she's helped, all the people that watched that film, when they watched that film and they saw the part, they said, oh, snap, wait a minute, you did what? Wait, you were not. She sacrificed. And Auntie, I wanted to use you for a moment. I hope you're okay with that. I'm pretty sure you are, but I just wanted to say she sacrificed. Now she's reaping the benefits of everything she sowed, right? She tended to the fields, and now she got crops. There were times that they told her that she could not do. She could not do. And Ain't Sandy, if you would for me, can you put into the comments the name of your film? Right. And so, and for them to go to your page and follow you so they'll know next time when you are presenting the film and where you are. But if you could put that into the comments, I would appreciate it. So I'm listening to this, right? Because let me tell y'all something. Ain't Sandy shows up, Ain't Sandy shows up. She's everybody's auntie, right? And we are very protective of her. Ain't Sandy asked me a long time ago, and I'm not going to say a long time ago. We met some years ago, but she asked me, she said, nephew, what do I do? I said, stay in that pocket. You have no idea what you represent in our community. She's a woman of God. She gonna tell you. She gonna pray for you too. Best believe. But she gonna tell you straight up what it is. She's not gonna mince words. She's gonna do that. Right? We don't know the sacrifice in this advocacy work that we do. Everybody thinks because we get cute or we get pretty or we put on the nice clothes and we show up and we have all of these, cue cards and we're doing this and we're making sure we have the right words and all of that. But they don't know what was back here. What did you do? What did I do 30 minutes before I stepped onto this stage? My whole life is falling apart over here. And I am sacrificing because I'm an advocate. I cannot let you down. But in the process, I've been letting myself down because I've taken myself out of the equation. I've taken the personal part out of the equation. I've taken me out of the equation so that I can sacrifice for this advocacy. It's greater than me, but it's not without me. Advocacy or sacrifice. I'm gonna get back to the conversation that I had with the client. Okay. All right. Black church, black preacher, black woman. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, Sean. She said, my life. That part. Right? That part. Jatan said, yes, she does. Yes, she is. And yes, we are. Love me some her. Okay. That part. That part. Right? Advocacy, right, is with me, but it's not without me. So I'm coming in and I'm advocating for you, right? I'm coming in, I'm the advocate. But what I did is that I was advocating for you. I'm advocating for you, but it's not without me. I got to advocate for myself. I got to be in space, in place, and understand that I got to check my trauma. I got to check this. I got to do this. And when I say check, I mean I got to heal, right? In order for me to go forward, in order for me to do. And sometimes we don't do that. Okay, advocacy is with me, but not without me. Come on, a woman of her word. Hey, good morning. Yes, indeed. I'm going to repeat it because she asked me to repeat the phrase and she just wrote it out for me. Advocacy is with me, but not without me, right? Sometimes our clients, sometimes our patients, sometimes our friends, sometimes our loved ones think that because we are an advocate, this is what we must do 24/7, 365 days. And it's not that. You don't know what I did before I crossed that threshold. You don't know what was going on before I got on this mic. You don't know what happened before I pressed, boom, go live for Titan in the Morning. You don't know. And you'll know if I tell you. Advocacy or sacrifice. Some days you don't want to get up and advocate at all. But you've made a promise. You said that I was going to be there at 9 o'clock. You can't show up at 9. You got to be there at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. Get yourself together. Make sure you know what's going on. Even though everybody's already saying you just got to show up. All you got to do is show up, Titan. Yes, but I'm going to show up early. Make sure that I'm cute. Make sure that I'm dressed appropriately, right? For me. And what I mean by that, be cute, right? Make sure that the hair's right. Make sure that I got my key points and that I'm on point. So in case somebody throws me off, right, I can come back around real quick and make sure that I'm good. Advocacy or sacrifice. You will not have advocacy without some sacrifice. And I want to say that to all of the advocates that are on. All of you are advocates because you're advocating for something, right? And most of us do it in the public eye, so you know that we're an advocate. But I'm an advocate for me. I'm an advocate for my family. I'm an advocate for those bills that need to be paid. I'm an advocate for whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm an advocate for my Titan Capri experience. I'm an advocate for my Titan in the Morning. I'm an advocate for my brand, Titan Capri, period. So I show up in a manner where I advocate all day, every day, because I'm advocating for something or someone, including myself. In the morning when I'm getting up, getting ready to go, getting ready to do, I have to advocate for myself because sometimes I don't want to do it. And that's just real talk. So I'm coming back to the client and I told the client, I said, I don't want you to think that you have to carry this on your own. Ultimately, it's going to be up to you to make the difference, to make the change. However, I am here to help. I am here to uplift. I am here to be that person. I'm here to be just silent and let you say whatever it is you need to say. Get it off your chest. I am a safer space or a brave space. I am somewhere where you can come and talk to me candidly. I'm here, right? But we must approach it in such a manner to where I'm able to be here for you. Because if you approach it the way that you approached it today, I'm not going to be able to be here 100%, right? I'm not going to be able to be in this moment because I have trauma and I have triggers or activations myself. You feel what I'm saying? The thing is that we have to understand once we start this ball to rolling down this hill, we cannot control where it goes and what it crushes or what it bumps into. We can't control it. So think about that. Don't think about you going to that hill and just pushing the ball and walking away, because you don't know how much damage you will do. Advocacy or sacrifice. I am here for you, right? Because I'm an advocate and that's what I do. But you don't know how much I've sacrificed. And some days I may be stronger than others. And some days I may be on that eggshell just waiting to step on it and then to flip over and flip, do whatever I need to do. I'm human. And so my client said to me, Mr. Titan, that's my client. Look, you don't have to call me Mr., but hey, it's whatever. So the client says, I'm just tired. And I said, I feel that. I feel that. I'm just tired of being tired. I'm tired of always having to fight. I'm tired of always having to push and to do. When I get to this point in my life, now I got to push even further and I got to do. And I said, let's talk about that, right? Because we're going to have to push and do. But this is what we do, right? One moment, one step at a time. I'm not looking at the end over here, like where I'm at right now in this moment. What can I do for me? What can I do to lessen the load? What can I bring to the table for me? Hold up now, for me. This is where I want you to be. For you, what can you do for you? I know what activates me. I don't know everything, right? Because, you may be still trying to heal and work through your trauma. So you may not know everything, but there is a point where you say, oh, I see that coming. Oh, I can't go over there because, baby, today is not a good day. And I don't know if I'm going to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Or come out of a bag. I don't know. But what can we do in this moment? And the client said, Mr. Titan, I didn't think about it like that. I said, yes, right now in this moment. Right now in this moment, love who you are and understand that you're a human. And there will be trying times. There will be times that you might not get it right. But in this moment, it's about you. It's about where you are. And not only that, we may need to seek help to understand our trauma, to work through our trauma, to heal from our trauma. You may need therapy. You may need counseling. You may need a moment to be able to step out and away from what you're going through. And that's what I believe. I believe that I'm that advocate. The way that I advocate is so that I can make sure, right, that you have a moment, or what I call a Titan Capri experience. That just in the day, what we don't know, right, is how a simple hello, how are you? A simple smile, a laugh, right? How that can change someone's day. We don't know. So I believe in the Titan Capri experience. And yes, I'm going to be so forward as to say that because I believe that I give an experience, and that's my advocacy, right? It doesn't have to always be about resources and doctors and lab work and all of this stuff. I believe that I bring something to the table. So I believe that I'm that mental, emotional, and spiritual support that you need. However, it shows up. Something simple as a meal and us having a discussion. Advocacy. Simple. But most of the time, our minds are racing. We don't understand where we're at, where we're going. We're trying to figure it all out when all we need to do is just stop, breathe, stand still just for a moment, and understand that sometimes you may have to seek professional help. There may be something that you need to do here for you. But it doesn't mean that you are less than. You are human. And that's what happens, right? Okay, look. Steve says, I'm a mental health advocate. To me, it's very important. Indeed, Steve, it's very important. But we have to understand that this is a powerful thing. Our mind is a powerful thing. And if something can infiltrate our mind and get us to believing that we are here and we are not worthy of blessings and love and peace, then we will go down that road. I said on the last episode, right? On the last episode, I said, you can't keep playing in the darkness because one day you're going to be comfortable in that darkness, right? You must have some light. You must have that. Hey, the king said, good morning, Positive King. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Positive King. Good morning. So today, well, let me end this. So the client said to me, Titan, my mind is always racing and I'm trying to figure out where it's going. And I said, I think, right, that I would offer you to seek some professional help. I have a referral, right? And I think you just may need to talk it out, right? With someone other than family and friends and things like that, right? You have to make sure that you are good. However, when you are ready to do that, then you are ready. Well, Mr. Titan, you're not telling me to go right now. I will give the referral. I will have them contact you, right? And I will do that, right? And we can work through it if you're ready for that, right? I'm a big advocate on not pushing you when you are not ready for something because we always go for the quick fix, right? And then we get into it and then we are abrasive and obnoxious in that quick fix. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Gotcha. Okay. So we left with some resources, but then we also left with an understanding that my client is not bad. My client is just going through some things. It's not what's wrong with my client, it's what happened to my client. You understand what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, what happens to you manifests into something else. And that's how that works. Not what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? Why are you coming up here acting a fool? Why are you doing that? No. What happened to you? Because something happened to you in order for you to get to where you are today. Something. Right? All right, y'all. Look. I love y'all. Look, I got to get out of here. It's almost 9 o'clock. I got to roll. But look, I want to say this to you. Advocacy or sacrifice. There will be some sacrifice in the advocacy that you are doing, in the work that you are doing, even when it's for you, right? Not for anybody else. People think that advocacy is for everybody else, but it's for you. You are always advocating for you. You are doing what's for you, right? You are doing what's for you. And in this world that we are in, sometimes, right? Life is lifing. Well, let me not say that. Not sometimes, all the time. Life is lifing. But sometimes life will right? Be lifing in a way that you have not experienced it before. So when it pops up like that, you have to understand that you are an advocate, right? It's advocacy, not just for everybody else in the world, but it's for you. I'm advocating for myself. When I pray, when I talk to my God, when I meditate, when I take a moment, when I breathe, I am advocating for Titan. That's what I'm doing. Y'all may not think that's what it is, but that's what it is. Because I've sacrificed over here so that I can advocate over here. And two can be true at the same time. That part. All right, y'all. Let me read a couple of these comments and I'm going to get up out of here. Okay. All right. A woman of her word says, hold on. Wait, what's going on? All right. A woman of her word said, mental health is huge today. Indeed. We will tell people all the time, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And these are the words of Shadon McCants, right? The healologist, right? I'm just taking them from her. It's not what's wrong with you. It's what happened to you. Mentally, something happened to me, right? That caused me to, quote unquote, act out, be wrong, and do that. Okay. Excuse me. Steve said, that's the reason you have to check our thoughts as well as the words we speak. You can only speak that part right there. We think it, so shall it be. And 9 times out of 10, let me be real. 9 times out of 10, you're going to say something that you were thinking that came out your mouth that you was not expecting. Check it. Life or death, okay? A woman of her word said, I am an advocate and know that people don't always have safe spaces. And that part, right? That's why I am so big on my space being a safe space or a brave space or a space that is inclusive, right? I gotta be that. That's my advocacy. That's my Titan Capri experience. When you come here, you know, right? We're gonna be decent and in order, but you know, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that you are good. Advocacy or sacrifice. You will never know what I sacrificed in order for this advocacy to go. But I'm going to be real with you, right, about where I'm at in this moment. And in that moment with the client, I was not there for it, not in the beginning. And this is me being real. I'm still a work in progress, okay, right? Thank you for being that space. Thank you so much, a woman of a word. Not what's wrong, but what happened. I appreciate that. Indeed. Because we know that trauma is real, right? And most of the time you are asking a trauma victim, right? What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? Maybe you should know what happened to me. Because trauma is different for everyone. That part. All right. Okay, Sean, continue to be a blessing. Call it by its name, not what you think it is. That part. That part. A woman of her word. Do you offer coaching? Not yet, a woman of her word. Not in a business or a capacity in that. But yes, I am an advocate and I do coach, but not yet in that capacity, but I got you. I'm going to let you know. Stay tuned with me. Stay tuned with me. I got some things coming. Okay. Okay. Marco said, adversity is always unexpected and welcome. It is an intruder and a thief. And yet in the hands of God, adversity becomes the means through which his supernatural power is demonstrated. Charles Stanley. Listen to the song, especially the words, Always by Yolanda Adams. And that part. What we don't understand sometimes, or what we think we know, is that we know that we are human and things are going to happen. I tell people all the time, right, that I'm the H in HIV. I'm human. When you are attacking HIV, right, according to me, how it shows up in my life, and I'm going to use some I statements, I am standing here saying I'm human. Like, things happen. But you don't know what happened to me. You don't know how I got here. But you can tell me what's wrong with me. You can tell me how I should not be living, how I shouldn't be here. And that's traumatizing in itself. Right? Advocacy or sacrifice today, everyone. If you're advocating for yourself, there will be some sacrifice. But I need you to call it what it is. I need you to show up in that and be present for your advocacy, right? Your advocacy. All right. Thank you all so much. I know it's after time. I appreciate you. I love y'all. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's Titan in the morning. Y'all come see me. Grab your cups. Look, y'all tap the middle of that screen. TikTok, let me know that you're in. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, Podbean. Y'all show me some thumbs up. Y'all show me some hearts. Show me some love. Like, follow, share, do all of that stuff, right? Tell a friend. Make sure that they know where I'm at. I got some things coming up. I got some things that are happening here soon. And so I just really want you all to be on this journey with me. And thank you all for being on this journey with me. Thank you for being my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family. I appreciate you all. So grab your cups one more time before we get out of here. And let's take a sip. Then we're going to go ahead and end it like we always do. Y'all with me? Okay, come on. Y'all got your cups? Okay, come on. Ooh, fish don't fry in the kitchen. Wait, one more. Now that's a sip and not a slurp, baby. Look, this is what I want you to do. I don't know if nobody told you today, nobody told you yesterday, nobody told you last week, last month, or last year, but I want to tell you that I love you right where you're at in this moment. I love you right where you're at in this moment. You don't have to ask for it. You don't have to return it with a receipt. But I love you right where you're at in this moment. What I want you to do is to take your hands and take your arms, and I want you, and if you can't do it physically, do it mentally, do it emotionally, do it spiritually, however you need to do it. And I want you to wrap them arms around you and squeeze yourself real tight. Oh, squeeze yourself real tight. And I want you to tell yourself right now in this moment, I love you. Right where you're at in this moment. We're not going to worry about tomorrow. We're not going to worry about next week, next month, next year. We're going to worry about right now, today, in this moment. You will have other moments, but you will not have this moment. So I want you, you will have other moments, but you won't have this moment. This moment is this moment right now, right? You'll have the other ones, but right now you have this moment. Squeeze yourself real tight. Come on. And I want you to look into your phone, look into your computer, look up to the sky, look to the ceiling, look to the stars, look to the moon, look to the sun. Well, don't look directly in the sun, but look up and look to your God, look to your spirit, to your universe, wherever you may be at in your life right now. Tell yourself, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Flaws and all, I love you right where you're at in this moment. God did not make a mistake. You are worthy. I love you right where you're at in this moment. And squeeze yourself real tight. Steve, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Uncle Bishop, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Regina, I love you right where you're at in this moment. A woman of her word, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Marco, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Jatan, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Aunt Sandy, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Michael Green, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Lady, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Sean, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see, the King, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Cecilia, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Let's see, Liz, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Y, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Wild Royale, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Classroom Management Diva, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Tana, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Leon, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Willie, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Julia, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Juanita, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Pause Impact, hey, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Josh, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Lovely Red, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Jessica, I love you right where you're at in this moment. Salty Monster, I love you right where you're at in this moment. OG Kim, I love you right where you're at in this moment. I love you all right where you're at in this moment. I want you to tell it to yourself one more time that you love yourself right where you're at in this moment, right? right where you're at in this moment. The one constant in this world is love, and we need more of it, right? Tell somebody today that you love them. Let somebody know that you are an advocate and that you have sacrifice. If that's your truth, that's your truth, right? But let them know that you are here, right? I love you right where you're at in this moment. Take a moment and love yourself right where you're at in this moment. You will never have this moment again. Love yourself in this moment. And for everybody that's doing, everybody that's believing, everybody that's advocating out there, and you've sacrificed, I want you to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time, and love yourself through it all. That's all you got to do. Advocate for yourself. If you can advocate for them, then you can advocate for yourself. And advocating for yourself sometimes will be a sacrifice, because you will not be welcome everywhere that you're going. But I'm telling you, you don't have to be welcome. You just got to make space. And if I can't sit at the table, I'm bringing me a table. I'm bringing me a long one. I'm going to do like Will Smith did in Men in Black. I'm going to scratch that table all the way across the floor, making all the noise that I can, because I'm going to be at the table, even if I got to build it myself. Peace and blessings to you. I thank you all. I love you all. I'm going to see y'all on Tuesday. Now, I just want to say, y'all, it's Black History Month, right? It's Black History Month. Let's get a Black business, right? Get a Black business and support them. Now, here's the thing. This is what I want to say. And I want to say this before I get out of here, because I told someone the other day, they said, well, Titan, do you even, do this? No. I ask you, what is your Black business, right? And I go and I support your Black businesses. Y'all with me? Support your Black businesses. And then I think sometimes what we don't do is we don't support because we don't know. But do your research. Go and check them out, right? Figure out what's going on. We have people out here hustling. We got streams of income for people that are out here doing, right? Support your Black business. Buy one thing from that Black business. One thing can help them go on, right? Can help them go on. Now, I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to do this because my people are telling me to do this. I'm going to do this, right? I'm a Black business. You feel me? I have merchandise. Y'all with me? I have merchandise. Yes. Go on over to the pop-up shop, right? And grab you a Titan in the Morning mug, right? I'm going to go ahead and put it into the comments one more time before I get out of here today to make sure. And I'm going to pin it in the comments. I'm going to put it in. Okay, I'm putting it into the comments, y'all. I got it over here. Okay, come on, California. Yes. All right, I put it into the comments. So here's the thing. I got the mugs, tumblers. I got T-shirts over there. Go on over and support a brother if that's what you want to do. If you do nothing but go ahead and just check out the pop-up shop, right? It's real simple. Titan in the Morning mug is 15 ounces. Y'all get y'all a cup so y'all can sip and not slurp with me in the mornings. Get you a T-shirt. And remember what I said in the beginning, right? I would love for you to go ahead and snap a picture with your mug. And you don't have to have your face in it if you don't want to, right? And then send it on over to me and let me know. Send it on over to me and let me know, right? I would love to know that you supported me. I would love to know that you're a part of my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family. Go on over to the pop-up shop and grab you a little something. I appreciate you. I love you all. Thank you all so much for being who you are and showing up. And yes, right? Celebrate a Black business. Just buy something from a Black business. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, well, it needs to be reputable or they need to be right. However you see fit, right? However you see fit, just make a purchase from a Black business. If you can make a purchase from any other business, right, and what they're doing, find you a Black business. There is tons and millions of us out here. Find you a Black business and support them. Buy a T-shirt. Buy some socks. Buy a mug, right? Buy I have journals too. Look, y'all. I'm gonna do this here and I'm gonna be done. I have journals already in the plastic, right? Tighten in the Morning journal. Got writings on the back. You can get you a journal off the pop-up shop, right? Go on over and check it out, y'all. And I appreciate y'all. Support Black businesses. Support me. When you support me, you're supporting a Black business or you're supporting Black history, right? So you do that. But thank you all so much. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all keep up with me. Tune in because I got some things that are happening here in the next month or so that you all are going to be just like, I feel that you all are going to be like, whoa, Titan. It's going to be some good stuff. Thank you all again. I appreciate you. And y'all know what? Y'all come back and see me. Y'all come back and see me. All right. Talk to y'all later. Y'all peace and blessings. I love y'all for what you do for me. And I appreciate it. Hi, I'm Titan Capri with Titan in the Morning. Titan in the Morning is a morning wake up to get your day started. We grab our cups, we put a topic in the cup, and we take a sip of what's in that cup. It's a whole lot of peace, love, real topics, and truths. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursdays. So grab your cup and remember it's a sip and not a slurp. Good morning.